Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing fine. Today we'll be finishing our lesson from titles. We did that last week and we will complete the last lesson today. But before that, we will just go over what we did the last week. We did the capitalizing titles. So we will start from here. We will just review this in general. But first of all, if you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. So you log in using this. Then you click on your name, language art, grade 8. You select the chapter titles, and this is the lesson we'll be looking at today, formatting and capitalizing titles. This is our lesson for today. But let's have a review from the last class. Okay. Okay, so last time we looked at the capitalizations of titles. So we'll start from here. In a title, you have to capitalize the last word, and every important word in between. So you're capitalizing the first word, last word, and important words in between. Okay? So the important word in between is what you'll be capitalizing. For example, we have the wind in the willows, James and the giant peach. Okay, the wind in the willows, James and the giant peach. So you have to capitalize the first word, the last word, and even the words in between that needs to be capitalized, especially the ones that have a name of a person or something. So you have to make sure that you capitalize that. You have to capitalize name of a person. Then these words are not important in the title. All the articles, there's no point for you to capitalize the articles. So if you see the articles, you do not need to capitalize the articles at all. Okay. So also preposition, all these short prepositions, there's no point capitalizing them, so you do not capitalize them. Okay. And then coordinating conjunctions such as and, but, or, all these are coordinating conjunction and you do not need to capitalize them. Maybe if they are starting the sentence, then that's when you can capitalize. But if they are just in between the sentences, there's no point for you to capitalize them at all. Okay, so yeah. So, for example, if you need to capitalize the first and the last word, you have to make sure that you capitalize. For example, if you have a title like the Hunger Games, yeah. So you have to capitalize the first and the last, even the games at the end. You have to make sure that that is capitalized again. Okay, so we have the titles of a book, movie, play, TV show, magazines, or newspaper should be underlined. So it's either you underlined for a typing or writing, or you have to write them in italics. So if you're not underlining them, then you have to, write them in italics. So for example, we have for a book, we have, for example, we have so something like this, you're writing them slanting as the italics, okay? And then for the movie, it can be Titanic, okay? So movie. So and then for the question mark, usually the quotation mark rather, quotation mark. So they are used for smaller works, okay? So used for smaller works. So works like articles, yeah, short stories should be in quotation mark. For example, if you want to write a poem, the poem is the Raven. You have to put in quotation mark like this. And then a short story, you can say a piece of cake. So you have to make sure that you put them in quotation mark. Okay? So we have some activities to try. Let's do some correction. Let's say let's correct the capitalization error. If you're here, can you like send in your answers just so that we can participate? Okay. So for example, you have to correct this capitalization. So you have to correct the capitalization. So the first is the catcher in the yeah. So what do you think is the capitalization error here? Mm-hmm. So, for example, if you write this in small letter, it will be incorrect. But if you write it just the same way that I've written it, then it is the correct form to write the catch right the right, okay? So we have this one. So what is the capitalization error here? There's definitely an error here. What is the capitalization error? So there's an error here. Okay. So let's see what will be the correction here. What will be the correction here? So what will be the capitalization error? So it will, this with W is in capital letter and that is wrong. So it's supposed to be gone. With in small letter, the, and this is supposed to be in capital letter, but it's in small letters. So wind. So gone with the wind. Okay. So like that. So we have some more questions. Let's go on with the more questions. So what would be the correction of this one? Because this is apparently very wrong. So what would be the right manner to write this? The right way to do this one. So be the, what would be the right pattern? So it's supposed to be a brief capitalized like this. A brief history of time, of time. Okay. So there was a lot of error from this one. So you have to be able to identify the right pattern in which you can answer the questions. Okay. So that's basically what we did from our first two lessons with this. Now we will just move on to the last, which is the summary of the first and the second. So we'll try to complete that together. Okay. Okay, so we have some examples here that we will look at. Which sentence is correct? So you have to choose which one is the correct answer from all the options. So I just had the poem Cassie at the Bat. So remember that for the poems, they're supposed to be like in quotation mark. Yeah. So the poem is supposed to be in quotation mark like this. And then the movies, the books, you can put them in italics or you can underline them. Okay. So we can move on to the test. So the first question is, which sentence is correct? So between these options, you have to choose the correct one. If you know the answer, can you share with us, please? If you know this, can you share with us? Let's see if you know it. And if you're here, you share with us. So, which sentence is correct? Tracy read the newspaper, the post, and mail at the beach. So, which is the correct one? The first or the second one? The first or the second one? Hmm. So, which one? So, oh, let me go back to that. So let's say you click on the first one and that is wrong. All you need to do is just scroll down here and clarify it again. Because for the newspaper, magazine, TV shows, movie, book, play, they are all supposed to be like underlined and not in italics, and in italics as well. And then the ones in quotation is like the poem, song, article, or short story. So the first one is newspaper. It's supposed to be underlined or in italics. So if you click on the first, it's going to be wrong, but you can just scroll down and get the correct explanation again. Okay? Okay, I just saw your message on the chat. Thank you for engaging. So you can look at this one and tell me the correct answer for this one. You can look at the first and choose the answer. You can tell me. Let's interact, okay? So you can look at it and tell me. So which one? You can look and let's check together. So let's see which one is the answer. For the magazines, the first one, because the magazines are not put in quotation mark. So we have this one. The girl put the book, The Blue Cat of Castletown, on the shelf. So which option is the correct one? Mhm. So which one is the correct answer? Let's see. Okay. So for the book is also the first one. Okay. Because when it comes to the book, you do not put it in quotation mark. Okay. Like that. So which sentence is correct for the first and second? This one is about the song. My cousin Julie wanted to hear the song Black or White. Okay, so for the book, so when we have the book, the magazine, we always have that in italics or in underlined version. And then for this one, you have it in the quotation for the song and the rest of them. So yeah, like that. Okay. So look at this one. For the poem, you can tell me the right answer. Let's see. Okay. So for the poem, also you have to put the poem in the quotation mark. So Gwen invited her friend to go see the play All of Me. So the play. If you have the play, are you supposed to put it in quotation mark or are you putting it in The underlined version or in italics? What is the right one for this? So what's the right one for this? Okay, so let's see. So for the play, you can put that in italics. Okay. Okay. So Mrs. Vance bought Pam the movie The Hunt for Red October. So when it comes to the movie, what do you do? Italics or you put in quotation mark? Okay. So this one. So for the song, we have Sing Anything But the Song, 10 Little Monkeys Jumping on a Bed. So what do you think? For songs, what would be the right one? So are you putting the song in quotation or you're not? So yeah, the song should be in the quotation mark. Okay. So the man searched for the newspaper New York Law Journal. So when it comes to the newspaper, it's not supposed to be in quotation, but you have to check these two sentences because they're both the same. So you have to figure out the right sentence. Okay? So, yeah. Okay. So which sentence is correct? Mrs. Wilkinson finished reading the book Going to School in India. Which of the sentence is correct? So you have to find the error and then fix it and get your answer. So which one will be the correct one? So remember that if you're capitalizing, you're also capitalizing like the words in between, except the articles, the preposition, coordinating conjunctions, you do not capitalize them. But every other word in between, you have to capitalize that as well. Okay, so let me know on the chat, do you have any questions concerning this particular lesson? Let me know on the chat if you have any questions. Do you have any questions? You have to make sure that you complete the remaining lessons and the remaining questions, because we have some more questions that we didn't complete yet. So you have to complete that on your own. And then after that, you can move on to the final test. So if you get on doing the lesson and you still need more help after this live section, you can click on this chat button here. Just down here, you can get more help. Okay, so just click on that and you get more help. But we're still here, so you can ask me any questions if you have any at all. Do you have any questions? So yeah, you can leave your comments or any questions that you have in the chat box, and I could answer that and explain to you if you still need more help. You can just send in your questions.